It's real talk. Yeah. With the main Chip Washington. It's real talk. Man, it's real talk with your main Chip Washington. When it comes to information, the main got an arsenal. Bring you up to speed with what you need. He's the local and nationwide news feed. Let's talk about it. Dialect to do something about it. Chip got the flow wide open if you got questions about it. Man, it's the show that brings you to your raw. To solve all problems, it starts with real talk. Real talk. It's 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 real talk. Yeah. Welcome to Real Talk with your host, Chip Washington. It's real talk. It's real talk. It's real talk.
And here we go on this Monday. It is the 17th day of May, 2021. You have the right station. It's 91.7 WYXR, and this is Real Talk Memphis. I am your humble host, Chip Washington. Very happy to be here. Very happy to have you with us as well. It is pouring down rain where I'm at right now, and it waited until I got to the studio, inside the parking structure, got out of my car, getting ready to come in here, and boy, all heck broke loose. So if you are out and about in your car and you're listening to us, please be careful out there because the streets are slick and wet. And I guess we're kind of in the midst of some scattered showers this evening, but nonetheless, it is still a very good day. Did you have a good day today? I hope you had a good day today. I hope you had a good weekend and a good week since the last time we corresponded. Adam is here. Marquette is here. The gang is all here tonight, and we're going to have a good show for you. I believe we're going to talk about some different topics tonight. They're all varied. None of them are really, corresponding with each other. Sometimes I do that every now and again. But tonight we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about hearing disorders. That's going to be our first conversation. It's Better Hearing Month, and we're going to have an associate professor from the University of Memphis to talk about Better Hearing and Speech Month. What'd you say? I said it's Better Hearing and Speech Month, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. My second guest is County Commissioner. I'm sorry, I had a little brain lock there. County Commissioner Mikhail Lowry is my guest this evening, and he is going to talk about a really, really big-time program that he helped to fund through the County Commission called The Final Escape, and he will talk about that and what it's all about and how it is set to help people. And in the next half hour, we are going to talk to a man, I guess, familiar to many, many, many of us as the voice and the face of the Orpheum Theatre for some 35 years as the president and CEO. He is none other than Pat Halloran. And Pat will be here to talk about his nonprofit organization. It's called Positively Memphis, and he will tell you all about it and what he is doing to try to help nonprofit groups and organizations in and around the city. But as we do on this show, we always acknowledge the birthdays, the anniversaries, and the special occasions. And I actually have some I want to shout out tonight. And I let them know that I was going to shout them out on the radio, so hopefully they're listening. Let's do the birthday thing. Let's do the anniversary thing first. Happy anniversary to my cousin, Carlisha Rhodes. She has been married 3 years to her wonderful husband, and that was actually last week. Now, I've always asked you all to send me information if you have a birthday, anniversary, or a special occasion coming up. I'm only on the air once a week. I'm on Mondays, every Monday. So whether it's, last week or this week, this past weekend, or this week coming up, I will take all of your submissions and we will do our due diligence. Also, a very special happy anniversary to Clark and Melissa Pageant. Yes, they are the parents of Adam, and they are celebrating 28 years. 28 years. Yesterday was their wedding anniversary. So happy anniversary, Clark. Happy anniversary, Melissa. And happy anniversary, Carlisha. Now on the birthday side, we have a few here. Actually, I'm going to go back to Friday. Lydia, who is Lydia Simone, she is my niece, and her birthday was on Friday, May 14th. So happy belated birthday to you, my dear niece. And also my sister celebrated her heavenly birthday on Friday, May 14th. Michelle, happy birthday to you. And one of these days, I'm going to tell you guys the story about all of that. I never knew Michelle. Michelle has gone home to be with the Lord, but I never knew Michelle. I never knew I had a sister, and I never knew who she was, and I never met her. But that's a whole nother story for another show. But happy heavenly birthday to you, Michelle. And my brother, Michael Anthony Washington, is celebrated his birthday yesterday, May 16th. And thank you all, the folks on Facebook who shouted him out yesterday. He was very, very taken by that. He really appreciated it, and he wanted me to thank all of you who took the time out to wish him a happy birthday on yesterday. Tangela Buford is celebrating a birthday today, and Tangela is a friend of mine. The only problem with her is that she's a Dallas Cowboy fan. But other than that, love her to death. She's always been very supportive of my show. And coming up on Thursday, Devon Foster, she, another very, very, very sweet young woman. Her birthday is Thursday, May 20th. So happy birthday, past, present, and future to all of those I just mentioned. And my Facebook friend Linda Harris is celebrating the graduation of her daughter, Kimberly Harris Wilson. Class of 2021 from Arkansas State, A State University. She got her master's in nursing. Congratulations to you, Kimberly, and again, to all of those I mentioned. And if you want me to shout you out on this fine radio broadcast, send me a Facebook, note, send me a messenger, cwrealtalk@gmail.com, and say, Chip, got some big day coming up. Hook a brother up, hook a sister up, however, whatever, whoever. Now, and again, this is a fine month for birthdays. May is a really, really fine month for birthdays, and there's something big coming up the end of this week, but I'm not I have to do some research on that in terms of a big day later on this week. On to news and notes, shall we? Let us talk a little bit about the mask mandate, which has been formally lifted, I guess, here in Shelby County. And a lot of folks are very, very happy to be relieved of the mask situation. Many businesses are open full stop now. You don't have to wear a mask inside. I'm talking about, Target today, CVS did it, Sam's did it, Walmart did it. And you're going to start to see every day that more and more businesses are going to relax those restrictions in terms of wearing a mask. We waited a long time for this. Now, this is for folks who are fully vaccinated. You don't have to wear a mask on the inside of a facility or, of course, on the outside as well. So, again, it's the honor system here. A lot of folks probably ain't wearing masks who hadn't thought about taking a shot, but that's up to you. And here's where we are. Very simple, very clear, and very succinct. It's up to you. You make the decision if you want to get the shot, if you want to wear the mask or don't wear the mask. It's up to you. But on transportation, like trains, planes, planes, and other forms of travel, you are required to wear a mask. The first monthly payment of the expanded child care credit from the American Rescue Plan will be made on July 15th. That basically means that if you have a child under the age of 6, you will get an additional $300 per month for each child. And up to $250, per month for each child age 6 and above. That starts in July and it goes until the end of the year. Could go longer if Congress decides to, re-up it, so to speak. The Orpheum Theatre here in town is announced its new season today. It starts in October. So if you're a big theater fan, guess what? You can return in October. The Lion King, Hamilton, Cats, Tootsie, all of these big Broadway shows are coming back here to Memphis, Tennessee, courtesy of the Orpheum Theatre. And again, all the shows start in October. I would imagine you can go to the website and you could find out. Speaking of big events, the Grizzlies are playing the San Antonio Spurs Wednesday night in a play-in game to see if they're going to make the playoffs. That is Wednesday night, 6:30 here at the FedEx Forum against the San Antonio Spurs. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, and the Grizzlies announced this afternoon that the 20% capacity has now been raised to 40%. So we're talking about a few thousand folks, in there. So if you are lucky enough to get tickets, maximum of 4 only. Don't be greedy. You can go on Wednesday night and root on the Grizzlies. And if they win, then they have a shot to play the winner of Golden State and the Lakers to find out who's actually going to be in and who's going to go home. So Grizz fans, rise up, so to speak. How about that, right? Okay, now let me end this with this bridge, this I-40 bridge update. That's not a crack, ladies and gentlemen. That's a break. If anybody has seen that, that's a break. And, of course, the traffic has all been diverted to I-55 bridge. I'm told it takes at least a couple of hours to get home across that bridge from West Memphis, Arkansas. I have that from very good sources, that it takes quite a while to get home in the evening time. Not quite so bad in the morning, but it's coming in. That coming in traffic is really what's tough. And also, I'm sure many of you have seen or heard that there have been pictures released and documentation released that has been certified that this break in this bridge or crack or whatever you want to call it was known since 2019. The bridge was inspected in 2019. It was inspected in 2020, and there was no report of crack/break in that bridge, when there was actual documentation that showed, and pictures that showed, that crack was in that bridge in 2019. Needless to say, the person responsible, the inspector, the one who checked things out, is no longer employed by the Arkansas Department of Transportation. He lost his job and was summarily fired. So that's never like to hear that. They were talking about criminal charges, but I don't see that. That doesn't even sound right. In any event, that's it for the news and notes on this Monday night. What do you say we get into the program, huh? What do you say? We're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about, hopefully, we're going to be talking about Better Hearing and Speech Month. This is Real Talk Memphis. I am Chip. You know who you are. Quick break. Right back.
If you like Real Talk, here's a way you can get involved. Do you have a show topic idea or suggestion? Want to be considered a guest or have a guest idea? Then send Chip a message on his Real Talk show page and you can be a part of the Real Talk experience. So as he always says, go out and tell somebody. We'll be right back.
This is Bishop Phoebe Rofe of the Episcopal Diocese of West Tennessee. Tune in every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. at WYXR 91.7 FM to hear conversations with community leaders about the role of faith in their lives. That's Faithfully Memphis, right here on WYXR FM.
Superman. There's really nothing better than a box of records. Not even a bottle of beer. Drinks are gone in a matter of minutes, but vinyl just won't disappear.
Hi there, this is Zach Ives. My show, A Box of Records, plays every Tuesday night, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., right here on WYXR 91.7 FM, Memphis, Tennessee.
Hey Memphis, my name is Ron Buck. I am looking forward to bringing you my show, Riverside, every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. I will be playing rock and blues, old and new, and featuring Memphis music and events. I hope you'll tune in to Riverside every Friday at 1 p.m. on WYXR 91.7 FM, Raised by Sound.
You're listening to WYXR 91.7 FM Memphis. This is Nancy, and I hope you'll join me on a musical journey from 2 to 4 p.m. Mondays with Memphis Undercover.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? It is the president of Driven Type T, and you're now tuned in to Memphis' own WYXR 91.7 FM. The station with the city soul, man. Come on, you know what it is. Remember, never stop. Stay driven. Peace.
Hey everyone, this is Janet, host of Jaunt with Janet, Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m., bringing you new releases in the rock, pop, and electronic genres with a little bit of the old fused in, all here on WYXR Memphis 91.7 FM.
Get Real Talk on the Tunein mobile app under WYXR, and he's now streaming live on Facebook. And you can also catch a rebroadcast on YouTube. Just put WYXR in the search box and hit subscribe. Now back to more Real Talk with Chip Washington.
And welcome back to Real Talk Memphis, ladies and gentlemen, peeps. Chip Washington here, your humble host. Very happy to have you with us on this Monday, and very happy to have my next guest. He is someone who has really dedicated his life to giving back to others. You know, not only, you know, he comes from a great family, but you know, as an elected official, he has really stood out in my estimation as somebody who truly cares about making our community better. And he is behind a major funding effort for an organization that is going to help some of those folks who have been incarcerated, who are out now and trying to live a better life. He is County Commissioner Mikhail Lowry. Mikhail, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you, man.
No, thanks for having me, Chip. Thanks for the introduction. That was great.
Well, no, I'm a big fan of not only yours, but your mom and your dad. And of course, as I always do when I talk to you, please give them my best. Are they doing okay?
I will do. They're doing just fine. Just spoke with them earlier today as well, so they're doing great.
Well, you tell them I said hello. Thank you so much. I appreciate
it.
We'll do. Yeah. So listen, man, I saw a story yesterday that really got my attention. And, as I said, you've always been one to practice what you preach in terms of outreach to try to help others. And you are behind the funding mechanism through the county of $250,000 for a new organization called The Final Escape. For those of us who don't know what that is, tell us what it is and what it's all about and how you hope it helps.
Sure. And thanks for that. The organization is the executive director is led by Bishop David Hall.
Yeah.
And it's through a program called Life Together. And this has been 20 plus years in the making. So even though the funding has now come to fruition, and so they can have physical space and things of that nature, Dr. Hall has been running this organization since 1992.
Wow.
So doing a lot of good work in the community, and exactly what you said here. It's going to be a space for ex-offenders to get reacclimated back into society, to get the resources they need. It's so difficult, as you already know, Chip. For people who have had some offenses, who want to get back and get acclimated back to society, find a job. It's the simple things, finding a place to live.
Sure.
Those can be tremendous impediments for ex-offenders, and can lead to, unfortunately, going back to the sense of crime and things of that nature that has them re-entering the system. So while obviously combating crime, doing all we can to keep our communities safe is important, and we got to continue to do that. We also need to have resources available for those to make sure that they don't reoffend and then can reassimilate back into the community.
Extraordinarily important, and it very much needed. If you're just tuning in, we are speaking with County Commissioner Mikhail Lowry, and we're talking about The Final Escape. And that is, that title honestly really caught me in terms of if you really look behind, the words to what the real message is that the bishop and you all are trying to get out to, especially those who are challenged as ex-offenders.
No, you're right. I mean, that's what a title to call a program, right?
Yeah.
The Final Escape, and especially if you're talking about ex-offenders. Let this be your final escape, and let this program lead you on a path to where that life is behind you. That there are people out there that have made mistakes, and they've paid their debt to society, as we want everyone to do, because we want our communities to be safe. But once someone has paid their debt and paid their debt to society, and they need opportunities to have a better life. And this is the final escape from the life they once led. And that's why I was so happy to lead the sponsorship of this program. And obviously also, too, it's in my district. It's in my backyard. It's right in South Memphis, not too far around the corner from Lemoyne College, where I attended.
Exactly.
And so that community has done and continues to done so much for me. So I'm glad to just support any way I can.
$250,000, Mikhail, is a lot of money. That's a lot of funding. What can we expect in terms of the programmatics to be able to do with all that? That really is a very good start.
Sure. And I'll let the listeners know that it's not all one. It's not a lump sum payment. So there's certain other things that have to be done for that as well. So we've started with the kickoff start of $100,000, and again, that's for the facility. And the good thing about that too is it's housed in an NAACP building as well.
Right.
So renovations, things of that nature, as you know, that's costly.
Yep.
Administrative support is costly, but also now this gives them an opportunity to hire people. They're looking for people to give people jobs in this organization as well, setting up the programs as well as transportation. It's the things that we think that we take for granted because they're so easily accessible to us, but just certain supplies and cleaning utensils, things of that nature, and things that you and I go to the store and buy anytime we need to. But as someone coming out of a program like that doesn't have a job, that doesn't have sources of income, buying just the bare essentials daily can really be a hassle and really have you dependent on others or have you even looking to go back to a life that what you once lived. So getting these type of just basic supplies and also having training, interview, job skills, clothing. How many people you think have clothing that can go right into an interview or go for back to school programs? So it's just essentials such as that helps kind of meet the individual where they are.
Are there training programs incorporated inside of everything you just mentioned as well? You know, you talked about the fact that there's job training. They have to prepare, to reinsert themselves in society, and part of that is being able to present yourself in a certain way. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Life Together has partnered with several organizations that are willing to give training to people who meet certain criteria from the program.
Yeah.
Again, this is not a program where anyone can just show up and they say, okay, here, we'll place you. No, you have to demonstrate certain attributes and certain willingness to go through the steps and graduate. In fact, there was a graduation where 28 people graduated from this program. And the great thing about at the grand opening, the sheriff said, hey, I'm ecstatic because it means there's 28 people that won't be returning to my facilities, to the jails. And that's the goal. So once they go through these programs, graduate, it's all of a process through training, through mentorship, then where they can hopefully be placed at some place that helps give them a better start, a better restart, so we say. So again, this isn't something where someone could just show up and say, hey, give me a job or do whatever. No, there's a program, a step program you have to go through and follow through with Life Together. And Bishop Hall and the director there, Yvonne Nelson, are doing a great work in that community.
We are speaking with County Commissioner Mikhail Lowry about the Final Escape program that he helped to fund through the County Commission to the tune of $250,000. And you mentioned Bishop Hall, and he's been doing this for a long time. And I guess one of the questions I was thinking about is, in terms of what makes a successful program, as this thing moves along and it evolves, and you see, where things are moving, what would spell success not only to the bishop but to you as well in this program?
That's a good question. It's always twofold for me. I like to look at data, right? So, when you're spending the county's resources, which is all of our tax dollars, how is that going to be beneficial for the community, and how does that make our lives better? So, what spells success for us? Obviously, looking at the data, the number of people that have the program, and the success rate. The success rate where they can there's a success rate of a certain amount of time where there's no re-entry back into our jail systems, people that are getting jobs and going forward. And then also we look at how that impact is going to have on that community as well. Do we see crime numbers decrease because of programs like this in the area? So that's something that we can point to from the Memphis Police Department, and also looking at Sheriff's Department from a jail standpoint to see, do we see a decrease in crime or decrease in gang activity and what have you. Now, again, those are lofty goals, right? But we have to start somewhere. You have to start with the program. Nothing's going to get done if we just continue to have the status quo. So we need programs like the Final Escape, like Life Together, not only in the South Memphis community, but in communities all over. There are other programs doing similar work in Frazier as well. Lifelines to Success with DeAndre Brown. And so we need to have these things replicated throughout the community so we can see the impact and the positive impact it's going to have on those individuals, and hopefully in turn has a positive impact on our citizens.
And Mikhail, you're a kind of what's next kind of guy. That's when I think about you. That's kind of what I think about. Like, what's next. Okay, so we're kind of in the budget season, and let's just kind of turn the pendulum just a bit to talk about county business, the county of Shelby. You know, where we are, where we're going, what lies ahead. I mean, obviously, you know, we have challenges. You all deal with things, you know, each and every week, you know, new challenges. What is really on your radar? What would you like to see? What direction would you like to see the county commission go, and in turn, Shelby County go?
Yeah, we got a lot of competing priorities, Chip. I tell you, you're right. We're right in this midst of budget season,
right?
And what's next for us? Obviously, our largest priority goes to our schools in education. There are a lot of schools that, again, just need a lot of maintenance and also a lot of resources that for our students. You know, we just had a full year, as you know, of ending the full year of virtual, in-person, hybrid,
right.
and that's also, though, been almost a year where some of our buildings haven't had the maintenance they need and things of that nature, and some of the programs have been deferred. So we need to make sure that we're on the right track of making sure the schools have the resources they need to continue to help our students be successful as they can. That's a huge priority for us. You know, one thing that kind of got put on the back burner. Well, I'll use that term. I'll let you talk to other commissioners. They may not say back burner,
okay.
but you know, we were really focused on some of us for transportation and what we can do to have a better transit system in the county. Obviously, you know, we would say the city, but the county as well. So we were focused on that, and then again, we went into a pandemic, and that kind of, you know, priorities have to shift. We have to move resources where they're needed. So those are things that I look forward to seeing come back again, and where we can have the best impact. All of our communities have projects that are needed. Again, competing priorities. Regional 1, that's a big ticket item for us as well. Something that, you know, we all don't think about on a daily basis, but Regional 1 has does such great work and has a tremendous impact, not only for the county but for the region. Being one of the only burn units here in the region, and we have people from Arkansas, even Missouri, and obviously Mississippi that comes to Regional 1, and so we have to make sure that the infrastructure and the needs there are set as well. And again, that's not something we have to deal with every year, but it's something that's coming to fruition now. So those things that we have to make sure that we're taking care of, because as you know, public health is the county's responsibility.
Yeah, and you know, I was just thinking about a couple of things when you were talking there, and you know, clearly this pandemic has changed our lives forever, and we've never seen it before. We'll probably never see it again. But I want to talk a little bit just before I let you get out of here about. You know, crime is a big issue, and you know, you can't pigeonhole it to just the city or just various pockets. You know, I mean, it's, you know, Memphis is in Shelby County, and right. Shelby County, you know, is our municipality and one that you help to oversee. What's your take on where we need to go, and the fact that we, you know, have a new police chief coming? But I know that the police chief can't solve the problems that we face on a daily basis. That's why I think your program is so incredibly important. But talk a little bit about the challenges that lie ahead in terms of that.
Well, they still remain, Chip. You know, before I talk about where we're going, I want to congratulate Director Rollins on a long and
yes.
career with the city. That is a thankless job at some time,
yeah.
and well deserved for him. But I am glad to see that that we do have a new police chief, and looking forward to her vision and what she has in store for the department and how we can decrease crime in our communities. You're right. The police chief can't do it by themselves. So that's why we need programs like the Final Escape, Life Together, and other programs throughout the county. But, the county commission is committed to supporting there wherever we can. So, Chip, as you know, but your listeners may not know, so for the first time ever, and the county's gotten involved with purchasing additional police cameras for throughout the county. Right. And so those will be implemented. Now we had hit the pandemic, and so again, a lot of things happened during the pandemic that just put things on pause. Right. From a standpoint. But we have that in our budget item. Those have been secured. So we're going to have additional cameras throughout our county. Now, that doesn't, it's not a prevention for all crime, but hopefully that's a deterrent. And as you talk to a lot of people who live on neighborhoods, they love if they had a camera on their street or an intersection, because they know that is a deterrent to a certain extent. So we're trying to help out where we can there from a standpoint, but also too, these programs like Life Together hopefully will help people not re-enter a life of crime. But we need to do whatever we can to support our sheriff and to support our new police chief to make sure that we can do something about these things now. One thing that we're doing from a county standpoint is our summer jobs program. And so we're trying to show younger people, especially, there are other opportunities here to giving jobs, showing them mentors, showing another way of life. And hopefully, if you touch them early, you don't have to worry about those things as a life of crime. I'm thankful for the career I have, and it started all because of an internship. So hopefully that could be the same for someone else. So those are things that we're doing. It's not a magic stick chip to it. As you know, we've been to solve this issue if we can. So we just have to keep adding value where we can, one community at a time, programs at a time, like Life Together, Final Escape. And I'm eager to talk to anybody that is doing good work, that has a track record of doing this work, to where we can be just instrumental to them as well, to helping them do this work, to help us get crime decrease as much as we can in our county.
Well, I got to tell you something, my friend. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about a variety of topics, but more importantly, your continued effort to try to make things better for all of us here in Shelby County. And congratulations on the funding for the Final Escape program. And as always, you are welcome back here anytime, and I really appreciate you.
Thanks again for having me, and again, appreciate all you do as well.
Thank you, sir. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you.
County Commissioner Mikhail Lowry, ladies and gentlemen, and we really appreciate everything that he has done and continues to do to try to make things better for all of us here in Shelby County. Now, we had a little bit of a glitch earlier in terms of our guest for a speech and hearing. We're going to try to reschedule that interview, but hopefully coming up we have Pat Halloran. Pat is, of course, the longtime leader of the Orpheum Theatre as president and CEO, but he has a different challenge these days. He has a different goal in mind, something that he is trying to do to help nonprofit groups and organizations here in the city of Memphis and Shelby County. And we're going to talk a little bit about the Orpheum and Positively Memphis, which is his new nonprofit organization, after we take a quick break. This is Real Talk Memphis. I am Chip Washington, and I'm very happy to have you with us on this Monday. We're going to take another quick break, and we will be right back.
You're listening to Real Talk with Chip Washington. If you're celebrating a birthday, anniversary, or special occasion, shoot him a note and he'll read it on the air. Get involved and tell somebody about Real Talk. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WYXR 91.7 FM Memphis. This is Nancy, and I hope you'll join me on a musical journey from 2 to 4 p.m. Mondays with Memphis Undercover.
This is Bishop Phoebe Rofe of the Episcopal Diocese of West Tennessee. Tune in every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. at WYXR 91.7 FM to hear conversations with community leaders about the role of faith in their lives. That's Faithfully Memphis, right here on WYXR FM.
Yo, what up? It is the president of Driven Type T, and you're now tuned in to Memphis' own WYXR 91.7 FM. The station with the city soul, man. Come on, you know what it is. Remember, never stop. Stay driven. Peace.
Hey Memphis, my name is Ron Buck. I am looking forward to bringing you my show, Riverside, every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. I will be playing rock and blues, old and new, and featuring Memphis music and events. I hope you'll tune in to Riverside every Friday at 1 p.m. on WYXR 91.7 FM, Raised by Sound.
Hey everyone, this is Janet, host of Jaunt with Janet, Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m., bringing you new releases in the rock, pop, and electronic genres with a little bit of the old fused in, all here on WYXR Memphis 91.7 FM.
There's really nothing better than a box of records. Not even a bottle of beer. Drinks are gone in a matter of minutes, but vinyl just won't disappear.
Hi there, this is Zach Ives. My show, A Box of Records, plays every Tuesday night, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., right here on WYXR 91.7 FM, Memphis, Tennessee.
Get Real Talk on the Tunein mobile app under WYXR, and he's now streaming live on Facebook. And you can also catch a rebroadcast on YouTube. Just put WYXR in the search box and hit subscribe. Now back to more Real Talk with Chip Washington.
And welcome back to Real Talk Memphis on this Monday. I'm Chip Washington. Pat Halloran, if you can hear me, check your Zoom. We sent you a private message through Zoom as to how to get in contact with the show with a phone number. So please dial that phone number and we can get you on the air and do the interview. I think, we sent it to you. So if you can hear me, or Shelby, if you can hear me, have Pat call me at the number that we sent through the private Zoom, and we should be able to commence. It begins with a 2. It's 901, and the first number is 2, and go from there. In the meantime, we will continue to carry on. Ladies and gentlemen, every now and again, you have, challenges in life, and you have challenges in love and work and career. And you have challenges on the radio too every now and again. So, but we're endeavoring to try to get things clear. If I, that's okay. We gotta like. You want to talk to you? Tell him what I did. No. Well, you know what? Robbie's here. Robbie Grant is here.
Hey, Chip. How you doing?
Hey, man. Good. So listen, you have an event going on tonight in terms of recruiting folks to be a part of this fine radio station via talent, via volunteers. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're actually right in the middle of it right now. Our programmer information session, which we're actually recording. So if you are interested in having a show, we're going through a whole thing for that right now. So we will send the link out, and apologies to the Real Talk audience. We actually double booked the Zoom room that you're using now to have calls. So appreciate everybody's patience and you know, we're excited to get a whole new, get some new proposals in and hear what some of the other communities got. But Chip, you're not going anywhere. You're staying here, man. 6 to 7 Monday nights.
I appreciate that. It's nice to know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the station manager right here. This is the man that makes the decision. So you heard him say that we're sticking around for a while. So, but listen, now you're recruiting. Is this sort of, I guess, through the natural ascension of, I guess, comings and goings, or are you just building? Are you
we're just building. I mean, we're not really. I mean, we've got a really great group of inaugural programmers that you really do. That we launched with, and so but we didn't launch with the full schedule. I mean, we've got some spots. We've had a couple of people that have had to roll off just for personal reasons or whatever. So, we've got room, and we're just looking for interesting ideas and stuff like that.
So, and when we think about WYXR, which is really starting to take off, I mean, not just here in town. By the overwhelming success of the pledge campaign. Again, congratulations.
Thank you
on that.
Thanks to y'all too for all your help and that fun show we did.
Yeah, that was a great show. I had a good time. But I mean, obviously we're seeing continued growth, and we're seeing continued movement in this direction. Is there a sense from you, as you've been doing this now for 9 months, getting close to a year? Is there a sense that this type of radio station, the type of programming that we have, is something that we might see more of in the future, or is it too early to really even tell as you continue to evolve the process of what you're doing?
Well, I know that commercial radio's, it's been hit really hard, even before the pandemic. I mean, kind of along with newspapers and stuff like that. So if you look to somewhere like, in Memphis, you look at the Daily Memphian, I mean, it plays a pretty large role now as a nonprofit news organization versus a commercial news organization. So, for us, we're analogous to that in that way. So I just think that, it's a community service. It's a nonprofit. I think that, people are going to be, people's interests are fragmented now. I mean, people are interested in a lot of different stuff across a lot of different genres, et cetera. So I think we're contributing to that and kind of feeding that need for finding stuff new, discovery, new songs, new interesting topics to talk about on the air and stuff. So
there seems also to be, depending on where you listen and who you listen to, a lot of stations come and go. I mean, we do have a solid base of radio stations in this town,
right.
FM, AM, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
But there are stations that actually come and go,
right.
In terms of trying to figure out formatting and situation. How difficult is that? How difficult is that?
Well, I mean, we call ourselves formatless, so we don't have to worry about changing formats. So, I mean, every hour, every couple hours, the format changes. I mean, after this, there's more talking, but before it's a 20 and 30. Before your show, it's a 30s hot jazz show. So we're that's what that's about. So yeah.
Well, like I said before, I really enjoy. No, that's right. I really enjoy being here, and I really enjoy doing what we're doing. And like I said, Robbie's bouncing back and forth, and we're doing various things around here today. They're actually doing a recruiting session for new talent. So if you are in the mindset of new talent, if you are in the mindset of perhaps thinking about wanting to produce a show, we can go with that. y'all give me a second. I'm looking here. I'm getting messages from different people, and I'm trying to figure out, what's happening in terms of my links and everything else. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to try to close the show out in fine form and fashion. This is Real Talk Memphis. And by the way, the people who we did not get on this week, we will get back on next week. I promise you that, okay? Take a quick break, Adam. This is Real Talk. Right back.
If you like Real Talk, here's a way you can get involved. Do you have a show topic idea or suggestion? Want to be considered a guest or have a guest idea? Then send Chip a message on his Real Talk show page and you can be a part of the Real Talk experience. So as he always says, go out and tell somebody. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Janet, host of Jaunt with Janet, Wednesdays from 4 to 6 p.m., bringing you new releases in the rock, pop, and electronic genres with a little bit of the old fused in, all here on WYXR Memphis 91.7 FM.
Luckily, you got the gift of gab, Chip. Sorry. That is.
Yo, what up? It is the president of Driven Type T, and you're now tuned in to Memphis' own WYXR 91.7 FM. The station with the city soul, man. Come on, you know what it is. Remember, never stop. Stay driven. Peace.
You know what I mean? That's like
You're listening to WYXR 91.7 FM Memphis. This is Nancy, and I hope you'll join me on a musical journey from 2 to 4 p.m. Mondays with Memphis Undercover.
Hey Memphis, my name is Ron Buck. I am looking forward to bringing you my show, Riverside, every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. I will be playing rock and blues, old and new, and featuring Memphis music and events. I hope you'll tune in to Riverside every Friday at 1 p.m. on WYXR 91.7 FM, Raised by Sound.
Get Real Talk on the Tunein mobile app under WYXR, and he's now streaming live on Facebook. And you can also catch a rebroadcast on YouTube. Just put WYXR in the search box and hit subscribe. Now back to more Real Talk with Chip Washington.
And welcome back to Real Talk Memphis. Chip Washington on this Monday. And listen, I was just told that, see, this is a lesson in production 101. I always turn the mics off, but I heard that you guys could hear everything we were talking about between, in the break there. But, hey, we have good, friendly, clean conversation around here. So, you didn't hear anything that was out of line or out of order. Next week, we will have the ones on the program that were supposed to be on tonight. Apologies to you, the listening audience, and even for our folks out there who couldn't get through tonight for various reasons. Guest, we will have you back next week. I promise, and everything will go crystal clearly and smoothly as well. We're on a lot of different platforms out there via the podcast situation, and really happy to be able to do that. And, the opportunity to be able to come and share information is valuable and important. So that's why I emphasize so much on my social media platforms that if you have a guest idea, topic, or suggestion, to please reach out and get in touch with me, because there are no small stories, only small people, and you need to be able to let us know what you're doing. There are many stories out there. There are many people who are doing things out here in the community that we don't know about or we need to know more about, and I want to be able to share that from a Memphis perspective. Never lose track of the fact that this is a Memphis-produced radio show. And we are in Memphis, Tennessee, and most of the issues and things that we discuss, are based from our home base here in Memphis. But a lot of the issues that come from that, don't have geographical boundaries. This is a coast-to-coast situation here, and a lot of the topics and a lot of the stories and things that we hear, may be, isolated, in part in Memphis, Tennessee, but they have national ramifications, as well. So really contribute to the show. How you can contribute to the show besides listening, because I know that listening for an hour, even with somebody, as versatile and great behind the mic as me, can be a little tiring every now and again. So that's why, it's always good to have great guests on the show. And we have had some tremendous guests in the 2+ years I've been doing this show. And I am very grateful to everyone who has said yes. And more importantly, who has reached out to either Robbie or JB or myself to say, hey, we'd like to, we know about this real talk thing you got going on, and we'd like to come on and do some real talking about XYZ and the whole 9 yards. But we will have Pat Halloran on next week, and we will try to see if we can have a conversation about Better Hearing and Speech Month, because we'll still actually be in the month of May come next week. So we hope that you tune in for that. And we also are going to talk about literacy as well. I just thought about that. I got a couple of, I need to, I actually have 4 people for next week, so I'm going to have to do some wazzle dazzle and some changing. By the way, Memphis Grizzlies play Wednesday nights. This is a very, very, very big game. If they win, they can play one more game to play themselves into the playoffs this year. So we need all 40% capacity of the FedEx Forum full. And they're giving away growl towels, by the way, as well. Adam, play us out as we wrap up another Monday. And I'm looking to see if the weather is any better. It's still looks wet out there. I don't know if it's still raining out there or not, because it was monsooning when I came in here. But listen, thank you very much for your time, for your attention. Thank you, Mikhail Lowry, County Commissioner, for coming on the show tonight and talking to us about a variety of subjects, including the Final Escape program that he helped to fund. I continue to try to get better at this every week. I continue to try to do the best job I can to try to inform as many people as I can, but I need your support, your encouragement to help me do it. So if you like what you hear, even for a few minutes, call and tell somebody. Go out and tell somebody. You know how I always say, go out and tell somebody. So in the meantime, in between time, for Adam, for Marquette, for Robbie, for JB, and for Chip, this is Real Talk Memphis, and we are out.